And then it says you're live.
Yay!
So it's
I'm
good to know
alive.
you're alive. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have known that you're alive. Sorry, a little bit later than I planned because you might notice the door's probably going to be opening some, but the door handle broke. Not the handle itself, but the little pin that goes in and out of the door. It was stuck when we finally got it, and a piece of it just, the metal broke off. So I took part of the handle off so that I won't lock myself out of the garage. But now, the door will not shut without the deadbolt, so I have to deal with that after I get done.
I did all my chores.
House problems. This is my last back day doing the old Turkesterone. I don't have my products out here, but that's what I'm using right now. See what I can do here. Got this seal row bench. It's one of my favorite new pieces of equipment for my back, so it doesn't hurt my lower back.
I can't even reach these. How do you reach them?
Well, it's set up to do your back right now, not chest.
Like this?
Yeah, but it's too heavy for you.
Yeah, I know. I can't even reach it now. I can't even reach it now. But just in the Look, can't do it.
Oh. If anyone has any questions, if you're getting on about diet, training, any of that stuff, feel free to post them in the comments. Can you get the collars, honey? They go in here. And they're over there in the middle. And I'll answer those questions. And it'll be the topic of today's discussion.
Questions. You get me?
Unless it's someone being mean. And they use a bad word.
I don't know if it's a bad word.
But I'm saying, don't read the bad word.
I'll just say bad word.
Say, how dare you is what you'll say.
Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines.
That's not the chat, that's just something that automatically goes there. I'll lift this up. Oh, you know what? Forgot, I think this is still on. Yeah, there we go. Helps out a little bit.
I'll get it. That's Mom. Yes?
Hello.
Hello? Yep.
Yeah. Yes, I told him you could. Alright. Alright, get this other warm-up set in, then we're going to get into these working sets that haven't been going too well the last few sessions, so we'll see what happens today.
I'll count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I just haven't, remember my first 7 sessions before I used this stuff, I went from 155 for 11 reps to 15 reps by the end, and I've been stuck on back and forth between 10 and 11 reps with these, so it's been frustrating. Maybe I went up too much in weight, but if it was a 10 rep max, you'd think it would be good. Yeah. So we'll see. I need that for my old back.
It's not old.
It is old.
No, it's not.
It's 36, almost 37
Dad.
years old.
Dad, what What day were you born on? 26?
August 26.
Oh, you passed your golden birthday.
I passed my goal on birthdays?
Golden.
What's a golden birthday?
So, the number left for your birthday, when you turn that number on your birthday, then it's your golden birthday. Cooper's golden birthday is this year.
He was born on May 1st?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Your golden birthday, did you know about that?
Afton told me.
Who?
Afton.
Oh. So you didn't already know about that?
No. But she told me a couple months ago. And then Izzy said something about it.
When she was over here?
No, we got church. We were walking to our class.
Yeah, I was just talking about, was it her golden birthday? Is that why?
No.
You're just talking about golden birthdays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is gonna be when I'm 15. Taylor and Izzy have to wait so long. Izzy has to wait till she's 24 and Taylor has to wait till she's 26.
I have to wait till
Cooper.
I'm dead.
You already had yours.
I know, so I'll be dead because it'll never happen again.
You, oh, I have an idea that I'm gonna say. Your golden birthday backwards is when, say, so you were, it was 26. If you live to 62, then
So I could have like a
then
double?
you have like it backwards, and you can make it be 26. But it's backwards golden birthday.
Would it have to be 62 days after the 26th? Or like an extra 26 days past, so that would make it like September, let's see, it's 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, get 5 off. September 21st, when I'm 62.
Oh.
I thought you were talking about first like a half birthday.
Oh, no, I'm not talking birthday. I'm saying when you're 62.
No, I got that, but when you said golden birthday at first, I thought you were talking about a half birthday.
When's my half birthday?
And the day we come back from Arizona.
When is that? Around 15.
April 15th. On tax day.
When are you going to get your taxes back?
I don't know. Depends on when the government processes everything.
I'm going to write a letter to the government.
Huh?
I'm going to write a letter to the government.
Write it to Trump. I say, Trump, where's my money?
I need your domestic law to the ground.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Focus. Oh, wait, I messed up. I was like, that feels kind of light.
Hey, Dad.
I didn't put my extra 10 pounds on.
This looks like it's for your arms, not your back.
You're using your back to get it up. I just messed myself up. That's what happens when you're not paying attention.
Yep.
What
What?
a loser. Not you, me.
I didn't know what you were talking about first instead of what.
Give myself a minute here.
Dad.
It felt easy. I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to get at least 12. And then I looked down. I was like, wait a second. This is only 165 pounds.
Gym Dad. MD3M Dad.
Gym Dad.
Like a regular dad, only cooler. See, also strong, professional, jar opener,
Ridiculously
good looking.
Ridiculously good looking.
I said that.
You said ridiculous good looking.
I said ridiculous.
You did that time.
I lost.
But yeah, if y'all are joining in, you got any questions, feel free to ask. We're just kind of hanging out, taking it easy on Saturday morning.
I think that
See if I can get any PRs with this.
Trying to get up there because they made a wasp nest.
Oh man. They always start doing that in the spring.
See, he's trying to get up there.
I have to get some wasp spray and take them out. Bursa grips. If you never use these, they are well worth the money for back days especially. I use them for lunges too if I'm using dumbbells, but I don't know why I feel sleepy. What was I thinking? Bursa grips, yeah, I used to use regular straps, but it's kind of a pain. You get them and wrap them around a bunch of these things. Just get them around, get one nice pull. These things are not gonna let go and they work really well. I typically lift almost every day. I do legs, push, pull, and depending on the week, what I have going on, what day it is, I'll do cardio on the 4th day, then do it again. So 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 5, it depends on the week. But like this past week, we have a vacation coming up and I wanted to finish my last 3 rounds of this legs, push, pull, testing out this Turkesterone. And I needed to be done on Sunday because I need to make the video on my progress Monday and we're leaving early Tuesday morning. So yeah, tomorrow I'll do one more live on my leg day to finish up this first round of Turkesterone testing with 1 capsule a day and go over all the stats and see the comparisons and photos and all that stuff. But yeah, typically just about every day. I could do less, like 4 times a week, like an upper lower split. But I just like working out. I enjoy doing it. Sometimes I'll mix it up depending on what we have going on that week, but usually it's legs, push, pull. Okay, come on.
That was a long work, Dad.
Huh?
That was a long work.
I know. Because I'm lazy. I know. I just want to, this is going to be hard, so I want to make sure I get a little bit extra rest.
Sophie hasn't been picking up Teddy's poop, and then I accidentally stepped in it the other day.
His poop?
Yes.
Gross.
Sophie hasn't picking it
Don't
up.
talk about poop when I'm about to do this.
And then she said that she just waits till it dissolves into the ground.
Till what?
Dissolves.
Dissolves.
Uh,
Exolve is
and
the
I
word.
said,
Okay.
that's just being lazy.
It is. Ready? Come on, lightweight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 1 more, 12.
My back leg went up when I did that. Oh, my head just got hot.
Why?
I don't know.
You
I
like
think I got a hot, no, it just got like a hot flash. It gets sweated all of a sudden. Ugh. Ah! Let me see that last one.
Why is there a picture of
See how that looked. Hey, bud.
Can you be on the...
Hold on. Yeah, my leg kicked up.
Why is there
I keep this running on my phone so I can check my form sometimes, and I also forget how many reps I do sometimes.
Ew. Ooh, somebody said something. Dad, people said something. That guy said something.
Hold on. You want to read it to me?
Yeah. Okay, I'll do. Okay. Wealth is health. Love these live.
No, read the next one. I already read that one.
Oh. Thanks for answering. Man, didn't know you were trying Turk Builder. That's gonna be an epic video. Next one. You feel like you can
Well, let me do one at a time.
just as much working 7 days rather than 4 or 5
Just remember to be
PR
on that.
wise.
Yeah.
For me,
Okay.
let's see. Yeah, I started trying Turk Builder about a month ago. I haven't noticed much of a difference. I'm doing a 3-stage process where this first round I'm doing my push-pull legs, 7 sessions of each. And I tracked my progress with my 10 rep max, and I just stuck with that weight throughout the whole time to see how many reps I could gain. I did a control test of that with using nothing. Can you stop? And
I like it. Can I send that I like it to Mom?
huh?
Can I send that I like it to Mom?
Yeah, I'll let her know.
Oh, I'll send it.
But so I did that, and then I'm almost at the end of this first round. I went to whatever my new 10 rep max is for like my bench press, this, my leg press, and seeing how the progression goes compared to the previous one. And can you stop doing that, please? You're shaking my computer. And then I'm gonna restart when we get back from vacation, doing 2 a day, go through the whole thing again with the new 10 rep maxes, and then do the whole thing again with 3 a day. I haven't really noticed much of a difference with 1 a day. I haven't had any sleep problems. I don't really feel stuff. Beta alanine is the one thing I do feel. I don't feel caffeine much. I don't feel creatine. I know how it works and I use it. But I don't get like this, oh, I feel more motivated to go to the gym or anything. I might be slightly leaner. I'm not sure. I'm around within a pound of what I was. I'm tracking my average weight throughout the whole thing. What are you doing? Are you doing Sound of Music?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just testing that out, seeing how it works. I'm gonna get my next set, and then I'll answer your other question about the split, working how many days a week.
Split?
I'll let you know, Connor. I'll send Riley in with that when Mom writes me back, because I don't know what it is for that phone. Okay. See if we can get at least 10.
Okay.
The second one. Finally got 12, so that was nice.
I'm gonna count for you, okay? Make sure you're ready. Make sure you have everything you need. You
Like-
have 35, 25, 10.
Well, it's a 5,
5. I said
but
that.
it's 10 total.
I said 5.
Yo, lightweight, baby.
Lightweight, baby! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 6,
Wait till he gets to the top.
7, 8. 9, 1 more. You're back close to the thing again.
I know.
And 11.
Not quite. It didn't go all the way up. My head got hot again.
Try to take this apart so it was like just so there not be something that got disconnected on the inside, but it takes that kind of screw.
Yeah, you better be careful, because if that thing breaks,
It's already broken.
well, you don't know for sure that's what's wrong with it.
I left it charging overnight. I made sure it was plugged up.
I know, I'm just saying we don't know that that is the problem, for sure. And if we just start taking it apart, we might make it worse.
Why
So I got
is there
10, right?
cocomelon?
I didn't get the 11th one.
Well,
You want to take those 5s off?
Yeah.
Just don't pinch yourself with the clip. I appreciate it. These kids are fun.
We are? What
As far as progressing, I mean, I used to literally do like push-pull legs, push-pull legs, push-pull legs for like a couple of years. Just no rest between. And it would, you good? Good. And I was fine. It'd be kind of tough when I go from doing deadlifts back to squats the next day. I don't do deadlifts at all lately because of my back. But it got to the point where I couldn't recover, and I started adding in the cardio. That was when I did my first bodybuilding show. So it's like a 4-day split, push-pull legs, and then swim. And then my back's usually good to go for my next leg day. Yeah.
They're consuming her alive.
They're eating her alive. So yeah, but I mean, really, I've done like when I do an upper lower split, I usually don't get as many PRs, I guess, because it's just more overall work and just systemically that's more tiring. Versus when I split up like this, I'm not doing as many exercises. It doesn't take as long. I can focus on, okay, I'm just doing chest, I'm gonna push it hard and work towards it. I'm just doing back, I'm just doing legs. And so for me, splitting it up, the more you split up, the more likely you are to make PRs because it's just less overall work.
It's 11:38.
Hey, careful you don't knock this off. But yeah, so it depends on what works for you and what you like. But once you get into any routine, you're gonna have your baseline. Like I'm kind of comparing that to, hey, I normally do push-pull legs, and then if I do an upper lower, I usually don't do as well on my chest or back stuff, or whatever comes after the first exercise because I'm more tired. Versus if I only did upper lower and I combined chest and back, whatever I was able to do, that'd be my new baseline and I'd improve on top of that. So, I mean, just whatever you like and works for you and you're consistent with, you'll get PRs, but, and you adapt to it. All right. Let's get another set, all right, dog?
Okay, dog.
Okay, dog.
Okay, big fella.
So,
It was
165.
Your last one was 10 and a half.
Yeah.
Almost.
I don't count the halves though.
Why?
Because there's no telling how high. I mean, I guess I could look at the video, but I only count if it goes all the way. But if I get it, like if I only did 10 one time, then the next time I did 10 and a half, and I know I'm probably closer to getting 11 for the next time I do it. But this is less weight, so should be able to get more. What do we say?
Like fiber.
Yeah, buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. I don't think your back looked the same.
I was trying to focus on not going.
It's funny.
I know, it looks silly when I do. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he did make it. I mean, he's made some videos on stuff I've done before when I made a GO2 Max review, especially because the way I'm gonna title the video, I've realized over the last 9 months or so that negative titles and thumbnails people click on way more, which is unfortunate, which is what he does a lot. And but it's like you take one negative thing that was said, so you're not lying. Yeah, it's clickbait, but you're also, there's something like that in the video. Like when I did a gym review, I just had my wife follow me around with the camera, like the least amount of effort I've done in a video almost, saying, hey, this is all the stuff in my garage gym. This is stuff I feel like I wasted my money on. I wouldn't get again. This is stuff that's good. And I was gonna name it like Home Gym Tour. But I was thinking, you know, there's so many of those, people don't click on it. So instead I named it, don't buy this in all caps. Like, things I regret buying for my home gym or something like that. And I had a couple arrows pointing to stuff of me in the background, and the thumbnail had said waste of money on it. And that video has just gone shooting up, and ever since then I started getting tons of companies sending me equipment to review and try out. So I mean, unfortunately, that's, you know, what gets people's attention is negativity more than positivity. But I try to keep it positive in my videos as much as I can, unless there's just something stupid I'm talking about. But for the Turk video, I think it's going to be something like, you know, first 30 days on HTLT Subs Turk Builder Max not looking so good or something like that, because I've made some pretty good progress in the legs, but my chest and back hasn't been as good compared to my control test of doing all the workouts without it. What you doing, babe? Yeah, I'll put it on in just a second. So yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. But so he'll probably see that and be like, "Oh no, bad review. I need to debunk this guy." But it's gonna be mostly positive, and we'll see if there's a difference when I start taking 2 a day. Well, I don't expect a bunch to happen. If you're taking natural supplements it might help, but it's not going to be like a night and day difference, game changer to your exercises. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that, you know, fatigue and what kind of split you do, it really just depends on what you get used to as well. Because like, you know, I'm really good at swimming now. I can swim for an hour straight. I swam for 75 minutes the other day. I did a little over 2 miles. And I was tired at the end, but it was no big deal. But if I went for a run, I'd be dead after a mile, which is like, what, 8-9 minutes? And I'd have to stop. But and I'd be like, oh man, running is not as good a cardio as swimming is. But runners, it's no big deal. They can run a marathon and it's fine and go faster than I did, because once you get used to it, then, you know, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Same thing with riding a bike. Like, it would take me time to get used to it, and like maybe your back getting sore from leaning over after, but once you do it more and more, you strengthen up. So the same with the type of split you use. Once you get used to something, then it's like no big deal. But if you switch from one way of doing something to another, it's gonna take a while to build up. And that's why I don't like when people say stuff like, you have to switch it up every, you know, like 4 or 5 weeks to shock the muscles to grow. I'm like, no, you don't. That's when you first start getting good at an exercise and really feeling it and getting that mind-muscle connection, engaging it, and progressing well. And you start seeing that progress. But if you switch it up, well, now I got to learn a new movement and do it well. Like, I've pretty much been doing the same movements for years, and it's working just fine. Let's see if this is right.
That's one more time. First one. 6060.
Here, shh, don't be saying my stuff. Okay, will you go hand that to Connor, please? Make sure you don't shut the door. All right, I'm gonna get this last set, and then I'll check out the rest of your comments. Y'all let me know too in the comments, like, I've noticed obviously on the weekend, there's a lot more engagement like Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the live videos versus the weekdays. If I was to do them during the weekdays, like what time period works for y'all if you want to join in and talk, ask questions, that type of thing? Because I may do later workouts on the weekdays if that's the case, or I might just, you know, post a couple regular videos during the week and on the weekends do my live videos. So I just want it to be beneficial for y'all, because otherwise I'm usually out here listening to podcasts while I'm working out. I thought about playing some podcasts in the background, but I don't want to get like YouTube strikes on other people's content either, so I don't know, we'll see. Ready? You posing? Lightweight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Come on.
11. Now put this on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get that for you.
When Connor's done playing Zelda, can I play Minecraft?
Did you give him the phone?
Yeah.
You don't want to hang out with me?
I knew I said after he's done.
After he's done or after I'm done?
You were done.
Yeah. Okay, so
I did all
that's a couple extra reps today, so that's not bad. Write that down in here real quick. Oh, you know what? I forgot. This is a drop set on my last one.
You only doing 75 stuff? You can get 14.
My bad.
Dad.
I was so focused on getting through that last rep, I forgot that doing a drop set.
Dad, how is this hard? I mean, like this.
Well, that's not what I do. You're just moving your shoulders.
You go.
You go all the way down till your face touches the bar. Then it's hard.
Oh, wait. You turn around.
Yeah, but that's too wide for your arms, honey. I don't want you to hurt your shoulders.
I'm not ready. Three,
5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
these summer workouts. They're tiring. I'm interested to see though if a higher dose does make a difference, noticeable difference. I'm really into numbers and tracking stuff, so I mean, a lot of people, when I've seen reviews of supplements, are like, oh, I felt more motivated to go to the gym. I felt like I could attack the weights. I'm like,
I felt strong.
I'm always motivated to go to the gym like that. I want to make progress. If I'm doing it, I don't want to waste my time. So that doesn't really apply to me. I want objective numbers on progress, not just subjective feelings. So I've been tracking my physique pictures, my weight. I have average weights from the whole time. Every morning I weigh myself. Right now I'm up about a pound in the last month, average weight from the previous month. Strength numbers. Blood work, I've got a baseline before I started doing this. I'm gonna wait till I get to the end of the whole thing where I'm doing 3 a day, and then I'm gonna do my blood work again and see if there's any changes. Yeah.
I had to wait till the bee passed to get down. And then the baby.
Yeah. We'll see if that works for the Turk. Huh?
There's a baby. It's not behind.
Was it a bumblebee?
It's just a baby.
Yeah, man, no problem. Yeah, this girl's pretty strong.
I am.
She's a gymnastics girl.
I am.
Just finished her first competition season.
Big.
Did you forget that?
No. Oh, there's a baby. He tried to go into that way.
Ed or Steve will probably. Yeah, he actually,
No.
I did also when Greg was, he said he went up 4 pounds in a month, which I don't doubt that. He tracks his weight. He was doing 3 a day and said it was affecting his sleep, and he responds to stuff easier than everyone. It's like he said he barely takes caffeine anymore. I can take 200 milligrams of caffeine when I'm flying at night to try to stay awake, because I'm a pilot flying cargo. And when it's my turn to get in the bunk, like an hour and a half after I drink 200 milligrams of caffeine, I'm out. Like, it doesn't affect me that much. But I try not to drink too much because I don't want it to be a problem. Like, I try to go over 400 milligrams a day, which is the recommended highest dose. Are you done with that?
Yeah.
Be careful. And, but on 3 a day, who knows? Because I've gained about a pound, and I'm trying to maintain pretty much roughly the same calories. But editor Steve actually commented on my initial video. I did an announcement saying I'm gonna be testing it out, and these are the things I'm tracking. Like, let me know if there's anything else you think I should track. And he left a comment saying, hey, track your sleep quality and your your pumps in the gym and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Let's turn this, because now I'm gonna move on to my pull-ups. Get this first set here, see if I can bust out 20.
I'm gonna shut the door. So you need 20?
Yeah.
Can you give me a math question?
Give you a math question?
Yeah, hang on. What was it? It's the X one.
How about you can count up how many reps I've done on this. I did 11 plus 10 plus 11 plus 10.
11 plus 10 plus 11 plus 10.
No, 11 plus 10 plus 11 plus 11.
So 2 11s and 2 10s?
3 11s and 1 10.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand up for now. Get this back up. Man, it's getting hot. These summer workouts are gonna be rough. I really like working out when it's in the 50s and 60s. When it gets up to 90 to 100 here, it's just like sweat everywhere. And I feel like I don't get as good at PRs in the summer either, because it's so hot. It's usually when I would start doing powerlifting is in the summer, because then you're doing shorter sets, you know, like 5 reps or less. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that real quick, what you just wrote. Those are some good ideas for names. This supplement was a joke. Calling out Greg Doucette, Turk Builder Review, complete waste of money. Greg sold me this, I want a refund. Yeah, that's, I appreciate it. Those are some good ideas. And I'm not opposed to doing that stuff. If I say that somewhere in a video, you know, even like, you know, that's the title, but I say something like, yeah, people take this and they're like, this supplement's a joke and I want my money back.
43?
But are they tracking all these variables, or is it just based on feel? You know, something like that. So
43?
that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
43?
Yep. Good job, little biscuit. Plus I did an extra 13 after that, so.
33, did I say 33?
You said 43.
Yeah, 43. Six.
Your math is getting better.
Now I want you to do time.
I appreciate it though. That's what, there's been times I've thought like, man, I might just quit this because no one really cares, no one watches, like. But for me, I work out anyways. I know the questions I've had and people have a lot of the same questions, and I track stuff, so I have a good feel on things now. I've been doing this for 5 years, solid. And I'm like, why not? What else am I gonna do? I always tell people, quitting is a good way to guarantee that you won't be successful. So just like Greg said, he started posting back in 06. He was just putting his lifts on there to show how strong he was.
Ooh, man.
And you never know what video you make that's gonna go viral. All it takes is one. I actually have a video. I've got a separate channel, a filmmaking tutorial channel that I've been doing longer than this, and it's got like 56,000 followers. Because I do a lot of filmmaking. We're working on a movie right now, actually. And, but I had, when I first started that channel, I had a separate channel where I posted my own little short films and stuff, and I made one that just blew up after like a year and got like 4.5 million views. So that was kind of cool to see. So you never know. You put out a video and it seems like no one's watching it, then a year later, it starts getting millions of views. And I wish I had just started my tutorial videos on that same channel, because then I would have had a boost of like 7,000 subscribers off the bat.
Important opening.
But, you know, yeah, it's probably them trying to sell me something. Be quiet, cat. What?
Dad, one of my dreams the other day, I had, we got a dog for free.
You got a dog for free?
Then he died.
Oh, that's not good.
And then we got
How'd he die?
dog. Well, somehow he's in the hospital, and somebody did something wrong, and the hospital blew up.
The hospital blew up?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then the dog was mine, Evie's and Izzy's.
All right. Hey, let's see if I can get 13. I'm sorry, finish your story.
And it was Evie, me, and Izzy. It was our dog, and we shared it, but we lived in the same house. But
So now they live with us?
Well,
In your dream?
Well, Emma, Sophie, Anna, they were, Emma was doing her chant competition, so we just left there after we did ours.
This is very specific. I don't remember this many details in dreams.
And so my Izzy went out of the white line on accident, and so did I. And my routine was very sloppy, and I forgot part of it.
Does this have anything to do with the dead dog?
And then we got another dog. And his name was like Truck or something.
Truck?
Something like that.
You didn't count these?
Yeah, and yeah. And then I told Lexi, 1, 2, 3, 4, want to?
Cat, stop. You got food out back.
Hey, you want me to pet him?
Maybe we should chase him away.
And in one of my dreams, I told Jessa that I told Jessa that in my dream, I told Jessa that she was in my dream.
She was in your dream, and in your dream you told her that she was in your dream.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting.
a lot of specifics.
I'm gonna read this paper. It says.
Weekday at 6 p.m. Yeah, it's a lot more fun for me to answer people in real time versus, seeing comments and trying to write stuff and then people can clarify what they're talking about in real time, and it makes my workouts more fun too. And every so often someone comes in and says, "Dang, dude, you look jacked." I'm like, "Oh, thank you very much." I agree. No, but for real, when you track stuff, that's what motivates me to push hard. Like when people say, "Oh, I feel more motivated from taking whatever supplement," you don't see the day-to-day changes.
Dad, you're gonna read it.
Huh? No, I don't need to know that, honey. It's just junk mail. You don't see the day-to-day changes because you see yourself every day. But when my first year from 2020 to 2021, I didn't think I looked much different, but I was 12 pounds heavier and my legs were huge compared to
It's junk mail.
my original
Dad, now.
starting point. Because I never worked legs. Actually, I'll show you the photo real quick.
Now it's
I was
junk
showing
mail.
a friend yesterday when we were talking about it. This is a 3-year difference, but even that, you can see how big of a difference this makes. So, I want to make this brighter. You can see that, I don't know if you can see that, but the leg difference between there and there is quite massive. And you just don't notice those things on a day-to-day basis, but after you take a picture from one year to the next and you're like, "Oh wow, I actually did make a ton of progress." So I highly suggest tracking weights, taking pictures every 6 months or so you can compare, and that gets you motivated to know, hey, what I'm doing is working. And I think that's one reason people like to bulk and cut, because you don't see those changes on a day-to-day basis. You're just pushing, barely trying to get PRs in the gym, staying pretty lean, and then one day you look at those before and after pictures, you're like, "Oh, okay, I am making progress." But when someone does a bulk, it's like you see noticeable changes in a short amount of time, 1-2 months, because you start getting fatter and you think you look more muscular because you're bigger. It's just because there's more fat around you. You're not really gaining that much muscle. And then when you cut, you see changes week to week because you're dropping 1 to 2 pounds of fat a week. So I think that's the real reason people like bulking and cutting, plus not having to be as controlling on a diet all the time versus short periods of time. But I've tried bulking and cutting, and I didn't make noticeably more progress as far as building muscle. I did make noticeably more strength. Like if you're doing powerlifting, yeah, bulking's gonna help you to lift more weight. But if you're just trying to look aesthetic or whatever, you don't have to do that.
Dad.
Yeah.
No, it's junk.
Yeah.
Can I rip it?
Yeah.
Are you ready, paper? Start.
I appreciate all the compliments, man. It would be cool to get on a podcast. I'm definitely not opposed to that, but most people, when they get podcast guests, they want people that are more popular because then that brings more eyes to their channel. So with me being older, I've got my kids and stuff, my audience is usually in the mid-20s and up, between mid-20s and mid-40s for my YouTube analytics. So that's what I'm trying to focus on, is building up, a base of people my age, especially because it's like so many guys are out of shape. Like you don't have to look like me to be healthy, but I was listening to a guy yesterday. I listened to Steven Crowder on Rumble, just news stuff, and he started getting into some health things and talking about how guys, it's not healthy to have a six-pack, and all this stuff. You just need to work out. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. He was saying resistance training is probably the best that you can do for longevity versus cardio or other stuff or diet. I'm like, I used to think that it is important as far as building up a muscular base and maintaining it as you get older, but cardio is going to make you healthier on the inside than you can see. Because like I have a video on here where my LDL cholesterol was pretty high. I was 6 pounds heavier than I am now, which isn't much. It's like almost 3 to 4% body fat higher. And I had been out of the habit of doing cardio. I started doing it again, did my blood work again 4 months later, and it was down from 116, which is 16% above the high end, down to 90. So it was 10% below the high end. So it was a huge change just from doing cardio. I didn't do anything different with training or diet. I did lose a little bit of weight just from doing more cardio. That's 6 pounds over 4 months. That's nothing. And so cardio is probably the best thing for your heart health, but building up, I mean, both of them to me is actually really important. But yeah, just trying to show guys, like, you don't have to have an all or nothing mentality if you're gonna exercise or diet. You just gotta find the right balance on what works for you.
We're going to go to Arizona, and go to Grand Canyon, and see
Ride some mountain lions.
and see bobcats, and see gray wolves.
Is a bobcat a mountain lion? Or is it a different type?
It's a different type. And we're going to see rattlesnakes, and we're going to see diamond-head snakes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Come on.
16.
I didn't want to do that last one.
And we're going to see bighorn sheep.
Are we?
Yeah.
Y'all look, those are there too?
Yeah. And there's also skunks.
Oh, I don't want to see a skunk.
And
Or I don't want to be near it.
is it because they fart?
It's not farting, it's just their defense mechanism. They shoot this stinky stuff. If it gets on you, it's gross. I'm not sure if it comes out of their butt or if there's something else.
Oh, his feet's going higher.
Mine come out of my butt.
Hey, it's
I
not
gas
going
y'all
down.
out when we watch TV at night.
Dad, it's not going down.
What's not? Are you pushing the thing?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not fat enough.
Can you get down? Go down?
Let me see.
Can you go down? Right, yeah.
Try to catch up. Appreciate all the comments. Let's see. How to manage bodybuilding and being a pilot. Lean, bulking, and gaining a heavier body weight. Yeah, that type of stuff would be good.
I got it.
Yeah, I'm like, I rarely listen to music when I'm working out. Unless my dad comes over and we live together. He's in his 60s and we worked out last
Hey,
week.
listen to music a lot.
And he was benching 200 for sets of 5 still. At 60, he'll be 63 in a couple months. So he used to always take me to the gym when I was younger.
Are you ready? Dad, are you ready?
But yeah, those are good topics for real.
Dad, you ready? Whee! I can make it go down.
Yeah, I definitely suggest taking pictures. Like 6 months, I would say, is the minimum time frame I would do between photos, especially being natural, because you're not going to see huge changes, or at least until that point. Especially the longer you train. Like,
Get this on it.
careful, baby. If that tips, I don't want you to get hurt. But yeah, between 6 months and a year is a good time frame for comparing pictures. Yeah, I'm at the point now where it's like I might gain a couple pounds of muscle in a year, which is fine with me. I'm slowly making strength gains. It's fun. I can pretty much just stay around 10% body fat. It's not that hard for me. I eat most of the same stuff, like breakfast, lunch, snacks, and then sometimes we'll go to dinner. Like we went to Olive Garden last night. I got some salmon. I always get fish when we go out because my wife doesn't like it when I cook fish at home because it smells bad.
Oh, it does.
Even when I grill it, then bring it
Smell it.
inside, she's like, "Oh, eat it outside."
It smells from all the
But
stairs.
it tastes good. So I always get fish when we go out, and ate a little bit of her pasta. But
Ready?
but yeah, those, like, I don't know. I've just never been a big like, oh, I just got to go out and eat a bunch of junk. Now, if you get too lean, you'll start doing that. Like after my bodybuilding competition, if I did another one, I'd be more prepared for how it feels, and I would plan on like dieting past the show date. Like, okay, I'm gonna like cut my walking in half, but keep the calories the same. So I'll slowly gain some weight just by doing that, but eat healthy, and then start bumping up the calories a little bit at a time, because I ate a bunch of junk, and it's once you start, it's really hard to stop, and I would feel sick sometimes because I ate so much.
How long have we been doing it?
This one's been going for a while because a lot of people have been talking. 51 minutes.
It's almost an hour.
But let's see, but yeah, actually, I would say for me, it's actually pretty easy working out. I'm kind of surprised how many pilots are that are fat, because it's like, it depends on your schedule, but I fly international, so I'll do like a long flight where I don't work out one day, but I'm in a hotel for 2 days. And there's this one hotel in China I go to, it's like, I'll go work out in the middle of the night, because that's the middle of the day body clock for me. I'll take my iPad, stick it on the treadmill after I lift, and just walk for like 3-4 miles while watching some YouTube videos, just to move.
Dad.
I kind of made a rule, like if I'm gonna watch a movie or something, I'm gonna walk on a treadmill while I do it. And then their pool opens at 7 a.m. and I'll go swim laps. It's like, I'll just do some extra exercising since I'm there. So I actually do more when I'm traveling. I know, like, I've done some heavy labor at my dad's house doing some construction work a few weeks ago. In those days, it was like, if I want to work out, I got to do it in the morning before I go, because we were so tired at the end of the day. I understand people that have labor jobs, how it's hard. And if I did have a job like that, I'd probably do something like a upper-lower split, or even some full body workouts, so that the days I'm not doing that hard labor, I can do hard labor in the gym with my whole body. So, you know, just adapting to your lifestyle is important. Nice. How many did I do? 16?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one more set of pull-ups with no weight on me this time.
Dad, and then when you go to the places where it's
Hey, Overcome for him. I'll check out your comment in just a second. I'm gonna get my last set of pull-ups here and then come back to that. Yeah, babe.
When you go to the places where time is different, you go to bed the time that we go to bed and do stuff in the night.
It depends on when I'm flying. If I can, I try to stay on home time, so when I get home I don't feel really tired for days. But if I'm gonna have to fly a long flight and I have to be up for it, then I'll kind of change when I sleep to make sure I'm awake when I'm flying. But that's why I like going to Asia, because they're like 12 to 13 hours ahead of us. So when I fly at night there, it's like I'm flying during the daytime at home. And then I'll just sleep all day while I'm there. And when I go to the gym at night, there's no one there, so I can do whatever I want. You don't have to wait on people or equipment.
I have no reason to pick you.
All right, ready for this?
Yeah.
My body is lightweight.
Barbie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
One more.
And 2 more.
One more.
Can I see how many I can do with them?
My kid made me do extra with these. These don't help you do more, honey. This just
I know.
helps with your grip. And they're too big for your wrists.
Well, still let it watch you, Dad. You gotta count mine, okay?
You want me to help you get up so you don't get tired on the way up?
Can I make sure my hands
You doing this way or this way? Isn't this way easier?
are? Nope.
Really?
Wait, it's not.
1, 2. You got it. You made me do 2 more. Go. All the way up. You got 1 more. Pull really hard. Really hard. Go. Don't stop. All the way up. There you go. You got another one? 5. Come on. Boom. Ah! That's impressive. 5 reps. 9 years old. A little gymnastics lady.
Let's do 10 and
That was pretty impressive.
But I normally do 5. You take it over.
If that was impressive for y'all, say good job, Riley.
Boo.
Boo. All right, let me check out what you got, bro.
Wee.
That's is for, but you do 6 workout week, 2 leg to push to pull. Yeah,
What time is
I
it?
do. So we were talking about this a little earlier, but a lot of people, like I've done military, I'm out of the military now, but these refresher physiology classes where they're like, you have to switch it up every 6 weeks at the most to shock and confuse the muscles if you want to make gains. And I'm just sitting there like, nah, that's not really
No.
necessary.
Whoever's watching, guess
Here,
my
let's get over
favorite.
some.
Now, who's ever watching, guess my favorite number and write it down in that thingy, okay? Do it.
Because it's hard to gauge your progress if you're constantly switching things. Like, I'll go 6, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months doing the same exercises, just slowly, progressively overloading, throw a deload in there if I need, if I'm getting tired. A lot of times when I go to work, it's for a week or at a time or so. When I go to the gym, I might go a little lighter for like a deload when I get home, get back into it. But, I mean, you can stick with the same things. All I really change is like, I might go from like get bored of doing bench press, barbell, and switch to dumbbells. Or I get tired of doing pull-ups and I switch to like a lat pull down. But I'm doing the same basic movements, it's just a different variation of the same thing.
Okay.
See if that's Mom? Ow.
Yes, Mr. Matt. Hello. My dad's finishing. My dad's finishing his thingy. He's doing a live workout. He's finishing.
You can put on speakerphone.
Okay, I'm put on speaker.
Do you know how?
You put this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you think we'll mainly be shooting from?
If the kids are going to be swimming, we probably, walk over out towards the target area.
Yeah.
But if we want to like swim with them, and then if they're watching TV or something later, we can always probably shoot from the back deck too. If we put on a show for them.
Do you think I should get a tripod?
Like buy one, or you bring one that you already have.
Well, I'd buy one.
I mean, not necessarily, because we can set up. Take a little table out there.
Table or something. Okay. Yeah, I got those little shooting rests. I mean, I want it at some point, but also the one I want is $300 bucks. I'm like,
Yeah.
right now.
Did you already get that bonus?
Yeah, I got that.
I'm not saying you should go spend it, but I was just
No,
wondering.
I know. Well, and I'm gonna bring a little portable
I understand.
thing for us to shoot at too. So.
Yeah. Dude, remember I told you there's some people got mad about that video the other day?
Yeah, 25%.
So when I did my live video yesterday, the one dude who kept going back and forth got on right at the beginning and just started trolling me for like 15 minutes. It was pretty funny.
No.
I was like, hey dude, you're helping out my channel right now? So keep it coming.
No.
Yeah, it was funny.
If you're watching,
Alright, but yeah, I'll hit you
can
up.
you
I'll be done in
guess
like 20
how
minutes or so.
old I am and write it in the chat part. Please do it. I want y'all
Okay.
to guess.
Alright, dude.
And then
Okay,
I'll tell you
see
if you
ya.
get wrong. So please.
We're doing a cookout later. And do some shooting, swimming. It's gonna be fun. Like for example, I was saying variations of movements. Before I was doing bent lateral raises for my rear delts on this. It's not my favorite way to do it. When I got this machine, I switched it to this because I like this movement a lot better. And I feel it more. It's more comfortable.
Now, I'm trying to tell them something, but
What?
they won't do it. I asked them if they could guess how old I was. What am I doing?
15. You know, people don't like guessing girls' ages because girls get upset if guys say they're older than they are.
No. I didn't know that these people are older than me.
It's a common saying. It says, don't ever ask a woman what her age is.
But they're not asking me. I'm asking them to ask.
But you might be trapping them.
I'm not. I
You're
didn't know
trapping
that.
them so you can get mad and troll them online.
I didn't know that.
Are you trying to be an internet troll?
I didn't know that they're older than me.
All right. So I'm just supersetting now. I'll go over what my workouts are real quick.
Are we almost done?
Meh. Getting close. Let's see. But yeah, I do the same exercises pretty much.
Right back.
Longevity, muscle, and brains. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna screenshot that as well, and I'll see about that. Because that would be cool. Maybe like it too if I reach out, if Greg makes, you know, a video on my video and then people start seeing it and it's like, oh, this guy's getting some traction, you know. I'm almost 6,000 subs now. But
Yummy, yummy.
see, so muscle per day workout. So I always tell folks, you hear it pretty much for most people, is like 10 to 20 working sets per week is optimal. I just made a video about, you know, optimal, talking smack about some stuff, but ideally, you know, that's gonna get you good progress. And if you're starting a new program, you know, you can start on the lower end of 10, work up to 20. My working sets, that means like not your warm-up sets. So it's like my first 2 sets of this row, that was just some warm-ups. I did 4 working sets of that. I did 4 working sets of pull-ups. Like my first set of pull-ups I did with no weight, but I did 20 and I was pretty close to failure. So it's like anywhere from 20 to 30 reps, if you're going close to failure, it's still like a working set. Like you're still pushing yourself, but at the higher rep ranges, you're less likely to get hurt. So I treat that first one as a working set, but a lighter weight one. So I'm just doing the higher rep one because it's not that hard for me. I feel the movement and then I'm good for adding weight, but it was still a hard set because there's so many reps. And so like I do 4 of that, so that gives me 8 working sets for my back. And now I'm doing like 3 working sets of this and this for my biceps and rear delts. And then you combine all that together, that's 16 sets for back, and then another 6 sets for arms and rear delts, which doesn't sound a lot when I said 10 to 20 reps. But then I also, when it comes to secondary muscles like your biceps, triceps, shoulders aren't really secondary because they're a pretty big muscle group too. It depends on how you look at it. But, and then like rear delts, you're working all those and the other stuff. So I look at like any 2 sets of something that I'm using my biceps on. So like pull-ups, rows, like I'm still using my biceps. I can feel the strain in them. Every 2 sets of that is like 1 working set. So that's like another 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really like 7 sets for my biceps, 14 for the week. And I'm pretty happy with the size of my arms. Like I'm slowly getting bigger, but I'm trying to make like my chest get bigger compared to my shoulders and my biceps, triceps. I'm not putting a whole lot of emphasis on them, just like slowly making some progress where I can put more emphasis on other muscles. But 10 to 20 is the big thing. Like when I do leg day, I do 5 hard sets of leg press, and then I do 3 sets of leg extensions and 3 sets of leg curls. So it's like a compound movement, 5 hard ones, then another 3. So that gets me 8 again. And I do calf raises too. And then on my chest day, I do 5 hard sets of bench. And then I do 3 sets of dips, which hits triceps, chest, some more, and shoulders. And I do lateral raises for my side delts along with a couple sets of the chest fly. So I do all the way up to 10 working sets for chest on the push days because I'm trying to put more emphasis on that. And there is something to be said about the whole systemic fatigue thing we talked about earlier. Like some research shows you can go up to like 54 sets, I think it was, working sets in a week for a muscle group and still keep getting progress. But that's taking into account like they were only working that muscle. So if I was gonna do 54 working sets of chest, I would have to take the volume down a lot on other stuff because it would be too much overall volume to where you can't recover from. So, but that 10 to 20 is a good place to start. You know, start on the low end, pushing hard, and then slowly start working up for there. Adding sets when you're feeling good. And that's how I do it. I've just been giving myself 4 exercises per workout, 4 for legs, 4 for chest, 4 for back, to keep it more simple and just push hard. And my chest is sore after every chest workout. So I know it's doing something. Let's see, what am I looking at? 45s on that. Oh, see if I can get 13 or more.
Dad.
And curls are one of my least favorite exercises too, which is probably another reason I'm not
What
doing
are you
well.
doing?
Because I still want big arms. I just don't enjoy it. Unless it's preacher curls. I do like that.
What time do you think you'll be done?
Soon. Why? You want to go play Minecraft? You can. It's Connor off. You can go play if you want, honey. You don't have to wait for me to finish.
I'll count for you. 1, 2, 3, run your face, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14.
Last rep was brutal.
Bye, everybody.
I love you, babe. Get my next set of this. I like that idea though of reaching out to some smaller podcasts. I haven't really thought about that, but it is really easy to just talk to folks and get different perspectives on things. Making a weird noise. Man, I feel that a lot more in my rear delts. They start getting pumped doing that versus doing like bent dumbbells, because a lot of people would get here and go like this, and it's like you're just using momentum to get more weight up. It's a lot more difficult to cheat using that. And that's 14 reps. Like, just as far as I was saying the sets and reps, like, yeah, I did 45-pound dumbbells, just curled 14 times. If I warmed up my arms at the beginning of the workout and did curls before anything else, I'd probably be able to do 50s for close to the same. But then when I move on to this, that weight would go drastically down because my biceps would be a lot more tired. I mean, honestly, sometimes people leave super chats, but I don't expect any of that. If you want to support the channel, watching videos all the way through when they come out, leaving comments, responding to other people's comments, hitting the like button, sharing, all that type of stuff is a big help because it pushes the videos out. The way the algorithm works is it pushes it out to a portion of your subscribers first. It gets data on how many people are clicking and watching and engaging, that starts pushing out to the rest of your subscribers, does it again, then pushes it out to more people. And if all those things keep going well, then it helps. Like I was talking to my buddy earlier that called, this one dude was mad about how I said it's inconsiderate on some of these optimized exercises. Like, you've got these machines that are designed to do these one arm, you know, plate loaded rows, so you can do one arm at a time or both. But then guys are like, oh, I'm gonna take this bench over and set it up next to the cable machine and stick a 100-pound dumbbell in my weight so I don't move, and then get the cable this way and pull it all the way across my body because I get more stretch and more time under tension, more stretch-mediated hypertrophy and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, you're reinventing an exercise that there's already a machine for, and you're taking a bench away from someone that could be using it for a bench press, and you're taking a 100-pound dumbbell away from someone that could be using that to do an exercise. You could be getting the same thing right here, but it looks cool, and people don't normally see it, so they click on you when they see it on Instagram. And this dude was mad about that. He's like, you don't know the science, you don't know this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, go look at Chris Bumstead. You see him doing bent rows, you see him doing dumbbell bench press, you see him doing squats. Like, what exercise you do to build muscle doesn't just stop working. Like, you keep doing it and keep progressively overloading. That's why Ronnie Coleman's squatting 800 pounds, because he keeps doing the same things. He's doing dumbbell presses with 200s. But then when I streamed yesterday, I was saying that dude got on and just started comment, all this stuff. I was like, you realize you're just helping my channel right now, right? That's the funny thing. Like Greg says, the haters are who make you go viral. Like, it really is true, because these people just keep coming back. I always respond to comments. I try to respond with questions so that people comment back, and it just keeps it going, and other people join in. So it's like, it makes me laugh. Like, I almost like troll comments more. A lot of times I'll act like I don't realize people are trying to be mean, and they're like, oh, sorry, I was just kidding, I subscribed. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. But it's like, you know, people just like negativity, so whatever. But yeah, my dad, he took me to the gym when I was a kid, like her age, and I'd be like, how much longer do we have? My kids, you know, they like doing it more than I did as a kid. But when I started seeing movies like Fantastic Four, when Chris Evans was in that, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and he looked at Jack, which is funny because I'm bigger now than he was then. The standards have changed. But I remember seeing that and being like, oh, I want to get like that when I was like 15, 16. And I would get Men's Health magazines and try their little silly workouts and stuff that the actors didn't actually do. And kind of like they do with these same things that they put on Men's Health channel now. But the big thing is just consistency with whatever program you do, and you'll make progress. Let's see what we got. I usually don't rest this long either if I'm working out and not streaming, but it's a lot of fun talking to people. It's kind of like I'm at the gym talking to folks. And it's funny, when I go to the gym with my dad, a lot of times people will ask if I'm his trainer, and he just shakes his head. He's like, man, I taught him. 11. I usually drop down to 40s for my last set, but since I got 14 and then 11, I don't know, I might try to do 45s one more time versus 40s. See if I can get another 10 reps. All right, Pec Deck. Or I guess reverse flying in this case. My dad and I were at the gym at the beach one time, and there was a lady using this machine, doing those, and man, it freaked me out how far back her arms could go. I'm like, I go to here, she was like both arms like back here. I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like her arms are gonna come out of the socket. Because I actually have shallow shoulder sockets. I've dislocated my shoulders many times. As a teenager, skateboarding, snowboarding, swimming. it was getting worse and worse, but I haven't done it in over 10 years now. I know the type of movements that hurt them. But yeah, man, that constant tension doing that, it makes it tough. So I got 11, I just got 15 on that. Got one more superset here, which I'm gonna do a drop set on both of them. Riley is pretty strong. I'm surprised. Those girls, like my how old is she now? 12-year-old. That girl is just like pure muscle on her arms now. She can do so many pull-ups. I mean, she was out here the other day asking like, how do I make my shoulders stronger? Because she's trying to get strong enough to where like she can do a handstand and then like bring her back down with her legs like in a split all the way through so that she's holding herself up on the ground like that. And she wants to get to where she can go back the other way without her feet touching the ground. And I was like, well, you know, dumbbells or barbell, overhead shoulder press, that's the same type of movement. And she did 20-pound dumbbells in each hand for 10 reps. My wife does that for bench press. And I was like, hey babe, come here. And I gave her my 30-pound easy curl bars. Like, how many shoulder presses can you do with this? She went to 10. I was like, oh, I was like, man, you know, your 12-year-old daughter did 13 of those. And she was like, what? She pulled it back up and kept going. But gymnastics is definitely a great sport for girls getting stronger. I mean, we've done almost a full year now of this competition gymnastics with our two oldest girls. And my oldest one especially, it's just been crazy seeing how strong she got. And I didn't even realize Riley could pull out 5 now. I thought she might get 3. But she's the one too that'll just keep going. I remember she likes deadlifting. When we first started, I had her practice with the easy curl bar, so it's 30 pounds with like, I set up my bumper plates and put 5-pound weights on it so it would touch the bumper plates, kind of the same height that a normal bar would be. She was doing fine, and then we worked up to the normal bar, 65 pounds, which was pretty much her body weight. I was like, let's see if you can do 10, all right? So she gets there, and keep in mind at this time she was 7. So she's got 65 pounds. I have her doing sumo deadlifts. She's doing them, I'm counting them. You can tell it's getting harder. She's 9, it's like, all right, baby, one more. She's like, I was like, good, 10. And then she looked at me like this and did 11 and then put it down. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna do more. I was like, so she's the one that has like her own drive to where she wants, I'm not just gonna stop at this number, I'm gonna keep pushing and do more. So that was pretty cool to see. Versus some other people in my family don't like doing more than the bare minimum, but you know, it's something you gotta learn and work through. Been working out for 4 years, trying to go farther because results are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, what are you doing right now? Are you doing like a full body, upper, lower, push-pull legs? Like ideally, like you're saying, you know, in the other comment, you want to hit, I mean, you could do like 3 days a week and just do 1 push, 1 pull on legs and do like up to 20 working sets. But the problem is when you're pushing that hard, you're not getting as much out of it once you get to the second half of that, past those 10, at least for me. And that's why I like splitting it up, because I can do more. And I would be recovered too. It doesn't take a week to get recovered. That's why people usually say twice a week, because you push hard enough, you're a little sore, you're recovered 3 days later, 3 to 4 days later, you're ready to go again. You can push hard versus trying to push as hard as you can, getting really sore, but being fine after 4 or 5 days and then just waiting to do it again. So that's kind of the idea behind that. And you could even, if you did full body like 3 times a week, be like, okay, well, I'm gonna do 6 working sets per major muscle group. So you get up to 18 for the week. And you're doing like a circuit of legs, you know, squats and shoulder press, and then like a chest press and a row machine, something like that, a supersetting. And that's what I do when I do full body stuff when I'm out of town. Because I vary it up when I'm gone. Like if I'm gonna be somewhere, like, oh, I've got a 2-day layover in Japan, they've got this gym, I'm gonna do an upper lower split that day. Oh, I've got 1 day at this place, I know they have these machines, I'm gonna do a full body workout there. And then when I get to the next place, I'll go back to doing whatever. So just being able to adapt when things aren't normal and not have the all or nothing mentality where it's like, oh, if I can't do my push-pull leg split, I might as well not work out because I know the feeling. Like I get hurt, I'm like, oh, I hurt my back, I can't do squats now, I can't do this. I'm like, well, I can still sit on a seated chest press machine and do this and a row machine and it's not hurting my back. So you can at least maintain where you are until you get better. Or if you don't have everything you normally do, I can at least maintain where I am until I get back to my routine versus just doing nothing. And people throw their diet out the window at that point too. They're like, well, if I can't work out optimally, what's the point? It's just, try not to be all or nothing. Yeah, I definitely, especially with it being hot now too, like the veins stand out a lot more. And yeah, it's definitely noticeable in the summertime. I also just trimmed the hair short on my arms and legs since I'm about to do these update pictures because I want everything to look the same. And that makes everything stand out more, like especially all these little veins here. What's really crazy, like I remember a week before I was ready for my bodybuilding show. I got up, I had like a small protein bar and went and did my hour swim and came back and I was like totally depleted of carbs from swimming that long. And I just started posing a little bit in front of my mirror here for practice and I had veins going. I've seen the veins below my abs, but like I could see veins going all the way up my entire stomach through my chest and I was just like, whoa, this is weird looking. That is not normal. And my wife did not like it at all. She prefers me being thicker. She's fine with how I look now, but like she liked my powerlifting physique better than my bodybuilding one. So if you think you're working out for the girls to notice you, it's probably just the guys who are noticing you. And if that's what you're into, then we got other stuff to talk about. What up, Matt? All right, my last set of curls. Let's get this done. Lightweight, baby. Goes to show how much your reps fall off when you're going to failure. Like I see people doing 4 or 5 sets of 10 reps with the same weight. The first 3 sets probably weren't that hard. Because you see I got 14, then 11, and 10. So it's, your muscles will get fatigued. Come on. Oh man. Oh, on those drop sets, it's like you go from failure of like not being able to lift the weight versus you're getting so it starts getting the burning and failing because it hurts. See, 4-day a week, 2 upper, 2 lower. Yeah, I mean, I like my workouts so long. Yeah, maybe just, it depends on how many exercises you're doing too on the upper days, even on the lower, like my lower, because your lower day could be the same as what I'm doing for mine, because we're still just doing my legs on my leg day. Like, try to keep it simple and just pick like 4 exercises you want to focus on and get really good on. Like I'm doing leg press because just my back issues I've been having lately. I'm just not squatting. And man, if you can take your ego out of it and get on that leg press and bring it all the way down to where your legs are touching your chest, work on your ankle flexibility and push up, man. I used to, like, I would get a pump and feel it, you know, my quads get pumped, but now I feel it all the way up into my hip joint. And my legs are more sore doing those leg presses than they were when I would do squats. And then I do those supersets of leg extensions and leg curls. My legs are sore the next day, pretty much every time. And then, I mean, if I'm doing an upper day, I might do it kind of like, if you're gonna do upper lower, like you said, upper first, then lower, then take a few days off, maybe try doing like, you're doing a bunch of compounds, just focus on the compounds. Like I'm gonna do a bench press with some kind of horizontal row, and then I'm gonna do a vertical row, you know, like 4 hard sets of each, a horizontal and a vertical, 4 or 5 hard sets of bench press, and then some other chest movement. And then on your leg day, if you're doing like leg extensions, leg curls, you can do leg extensions and superset some bicep curls, and leg curls and superset tricep extensions to hit the arm stuff that you wanna get on your leg day, because a leg day wouldn't be as long. So your upper lower split doesn't necessarily have to be all upper body muscles, because there's more to work on the upper day. So you can put some of those secondary muscles on the leg day if your leg day comes after your upper lower, because you don't want to, you know, do leg day with a bunch of arm work and then your arms are tired for doing pull-ups and they're sore for doing pull-ups and you know, rows and bench press the next day. So just kind of programming like that, but definitely track what you're doing and make sure you're trying to hit like 1 extra rep each time or add a little bit of weight each time and keeping the form the same. And especially when you're natural, progress is going to slow and you just got to keep pushing it. There's been times where I've been stuck at like 10 reps for like 4 weeks on a bench press, and all of a sudden I do like 12 or 13 on my next workout. It's like, oh, okay, I don't know what was going on, but all of a sudden it just improved a lot more than I expected. So it's those little, you know, you just got to keep with it. And tracking stuff really does make a big difference, because I can go to the gym and forget what I did. Like on my phone, how I'm tracking what I'm doing right now. Like I just did that 10 and I think 10. I've got it all right here on my notes app. I guess you can't really see that, but I just have lists like incline curls, like seated incline curls, reverse pec deck, and I've got the sets and reps. And then under that, I've got a whole list of all the different types of equipment I use in gyms, and I'll just track, okay, this is how much I can do on this machine. So if I do get to a machine somewhere else, I still have a reference of what did I do last time on that machine. So if I do something different, I still have something to shoot for, because a lot of people just go to the gym, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna push hard, but to me, pushing hard means pushing harder than I did the last time, and you can't do that unless you know what you did the last time. So it's not real complicated, but tracking stuff is really gonna help you make progress. Yeah, I'll look into some of those podcasts. Again, if you, feel free to DM me on Instagram too, if you have that, like with any channels you can think of. Barbell squats or deadlifts, yeah, I'm kind of the same thing. Like I don't even know if I'll do them at all anymore. But doing machines, man, I used to think, oh, I gotta do squats, I gotta do deadlifts, that's what you do for bodybuilding. But no, every different exercise is a different way of putting tension on the muscles. And if you find one that works for you and doesn't hurt your back, like I would much rather have a little bit smaller legs and my back not hurt at all than be able to say, hey, I deadlifted 500 pounds like I did in my last powerlifting meet. I'm never doing that again. So, you know, no one cares but me. And if you're on the beach or something and you've got a good physique, big legs or whatever like you want, then, I mean, no one's gonna be like, oh man, how much do you deadlift? And even so, if they're like, hey, how much can you bench? I'm like, oh, I did, you know, 185 for 10. Like, oh, that's it? You look like you could bench more. Like my dad, he's benched, I think he said he did the most was like 275 for 4 or 5. I've done 275 for one time. I'm just not good at bench pressing, but I've developed a pretty good chest still. And it's like, people are like, oh, you look like you lift more. I'm like, okay, cool. But I mean, you don't have to lift more if you know what you're doing and you push hard. You can make smaller weights do a lot for you. if you just track it, progress, and you keep your form the same. That's a big part of it. Keeping your form the same. As you progress, you start cheating to get more weight, then you're not really going to progress as much. All right, last set. Almost there. A pin loaded machine like this would be nice, but you know, I like carrying weights around. Come on, come on. Get one more. Definitely got a good pump there. I feel like that was a pretty good back day. Did a little better on my rows, better on the pull-ups, better on pretty much everything. So it was a good day to end this on. So I got one more live I'm gonna do tomorrow after church, probably, I guess around 2 o'clock. You can see my leg presses and how I do that. I keep getting texts about your audition is starting soon. I don't know what that's about. Emails getting leaked, I guess. But, check your chats real quick before I sign off. That was a fun hour-and-a-half workout. Getting to chat with y'all. I appreciate you again, joining in. Keeping it fun. Yeah. First peak bulk. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Girls don't care. I was listening to a conversation yesterday too about do guys or girls have it harder with having an ideal physique? Because girls say it's so hard to look a certain way, but guys, as long as you're not a whale, guys probably don't care that much. Guys don't expect a girl to be cut and jacked or anything like that. But what girls expect, what you see in like superhero movies, like, is basically really intense exercise and dieting with drugs. So, which is more attainable? Just a little bit of exercise to keep yourself healthy and not be overweight, or what you see in the latest Thor movie and a lot of these Marvel characters. I mean, you can build a physique. Like I'm happy with mine. I've built pretty good over the last 5 years, but it's a lot of consistent training and diet, which to me, I've in a routine now, so it's not that big of a deal, but you know, it's hard to make those changes. That's why I tell people when I start working with them, like, hey, what we need to do is not completely start working out every day, completely change your diet. Let's pick one thing, like, hey, I'm gonna quit drinking calories. It's either gonna be water or some kind of diet drink. Cut that out. Okay, after 3-4 weeks of that, all right, now let's go to, if I'm gonna have a snack, it's gonna be a protein bar versus a candy bar or a bag of chips. Stuff like that, you start building these habits to where it's just a lifestyle change in general. It helps you lose weight, it helps you to build muscle. Let's start with 2 days a week, full body workout. That's pretty easy, that takes 45 minutes. Okay, you like that? Let's add another day and we can do an upper lower and a full body. Okay, you still like it? Let's do 4 days a week now, upper lower, upper lower. And if you still like doing it and you're into the bodybuilding aspect of it, not just trying to stay healthy, let's try push-pull legs. You can even do push-pull legs, rest, upper lower, or push-pull legs in an upper body, or a full body. So there's so many options that you can do based on what works for you. And being consistent with what you choose is what's gonna make a difference. Everyone, that's kind of the other problem I have with optimization. Every other month it seems like guys like, hey, you need to do this exercise now, or you need to change and do your training like this. Oh, we need to do full body 5 days a week now. And it's like, oh no, I'm not getting optimal gains. I need to change my workout. Just stick with what you're doing. Like, progressive overload, stay consistent. You'll make progress. I appreciate you guys again dropping in here. It was fun. Yeah, we're gonna have some burgers, some fruit, some chips. I got an ice cream cake, man. If y'all have not had a Dairy Queen Oreo ice cream cake, Don't get one unless you're gonna be eating with a lot of other people, because you can easily continue eating that thing yourself. We used to get ice cream cakes when I was a kid from Dairy Queen for my birthday, but it was just like vanilla ice cream on top, chocolate on the bottom, and they had the crunchy stuff with the fudge in the middle. Now they've got these different kinds like Reese's, Oreo, a chocolate kind, but the Oreo one, it's like Oreo ice cream on top instead of vanilla with Oreo pieces all in it. Oh my goodness. It's so good. So yeah, I make sure everyone else gets a piece before I do, and that it's almost gone. That's what's nice about having 6 kids too. If we make a cake or something like that, I can go get a pint of Ben and Jerry's, and rather than eating a 1,300 calorie thing of Ben and Jerry's, I sit there and we all share it, and I get like 2 or 3 bites of it. And I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied, but I didn't just down, almost half a day's worth of calories in this ice cream. So yeah, I recommend having lots of kids, just for the purpose of keeping you lean. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Goodbye. After